Folks, St. Louis City SC appeared to have their manager after a 7-month-long search, and it's been a turbulent time for St. Louis City SC following that inaugural season success. Tom Bogert first to report that they are in advanced talks with Yoann Damet, assistant manager with the Columbus Crew under Wilfred Nancy since 2023. So there is some championship pedigree there. And there are a couple of things that have happened that maybe advance these talks from where they have been. Obviously, St. Louis have been taking their time appointing Corey Ray a little bit late in the game as far as the managerial search goes on. But this clearly has Ray's handprints all over it, someone he knows well from his time in Columbus, and someone that brings some of that DNA into St. Louis as well. Now, if you're looking at formation-wise, what might happen here, on the newsletter, looked a little bit at what Damet has done in the past, both with his stints as interim manager with FC Cincinnati and as manager of the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 in 2022 for about 8 months there until he was pulled into Greg Vanney's coaching staff. And a lot of 3-in-the-back setups, but also some 4-2-3-1s with St. Louis's personnel right now. 3-in-the-back might not be possible, but they have a lot of moves to do, so don't rope them in there. But obviously, if they want to go to that 3-4-3 that Columbus is kind of famous for at this point, they need to get some center backs, that's for sure. We don't know Henry Kessler's status yet. Still in talks with the club, but the fact that no deal has gotten done at this point probably tells you that it's not exactly close and it's not exactly progressing with where either side wants it to be. You know, you look at the free agents available, there are still some very good free agent center backs on the market. Justin Hawk, for instance, out in New York. And the January window opens in 2 weeks. You have the super draft this week. So a lot of potential places to pick up some value and to make some deals to bring in some center backs, bring in some fullbacks. They need defenders one way or the other. And if that's a 3-4-3, maybe fullback isn't an area where you need to be devoting resources to as much as you maybe thought looking at the offseason if David Critchley were to come back in and they were to rely on that 4-2-3-1. But some of those needs are still there. But for now, at least St. Louis City SC know their manager. They kind of have a better idea of what they need to be building towards. And I think that sets them up in a good spot for Corey Ray's first real offseason here.